Ryan, there's two of you.
What? Why?
Surprise, Ryan. All right, okay. Little bit of scuff. Little bit of scuff.
Oh, my legs! You're showing my legs!
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
No!
All right. Little bit of a mix-up on my part, gamers. It's actually going to be Sweet Victory versus the Waifu Warren. I don't know why I got it in my head that we have Team Woe up against them, but they are ready to go. So we're going to be hopping into semifinal number 1 of the Team Sweet Victory versus the Waifu Warren. We're going to start with Eclipse versus Arendelle. We haven't seen Eclipse fight with full strength yet, I think. Haven't seen their full power, so I'm excited for this one.
Let's check it out.
Let's go. Well. All right. Here we go.
Fantastic start.
We have Arendelle on the top, starting things off with a branded lost into a Luber, getting hit with the Ash Blossom. And it's good. A Luber not allowed to pick up a branded fusion, but ooh, Arendelle does have the polymerization, just the raw poly here. Is there going to be an Albaz in hand to force through the branded summon?
Oh.
Wow, there actually was.
Looks like it.
Going into the Lubellion. This is going to have to make Arendelle discard the final card in hand, which is branded in red. That's a huge cost.
Oh, no.
But will recover a resource thanks to the branded lost. And you know what? Playing through an Ash on an Aluber and still ending on Mirror Jade is pretty good.
Yeah.
And what are we going to get with the branded lost? This could be anything at this point. And it's going to be the Mercurier, okay?
Not bad, not bad.
Just going for the extra piece of interruption. And it's over to Eclipse.
Now, what's Eclipse running?
So we did see that Eclipse was playing Tri-Brigade when we featured Sweet Victory in round number 1. But Eclipse didn't get to show off everything that her deck had to offer.
Oh?
So we'll see if we get to see the full power of this deck. No spoilers.
Looks like they're thinking about their next move very carefully.
And there it is. That's going to give it away.
Yo!
Scareclaw Baloney.
Ooh. Baloney.
That's a load of baloney.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what these do at all. I've never even fought them before, I think.
So they have synergy with Tri-Brigade being beast types. So basically the level 3 Scareclaws can special summon themselves to the field, such as this Scareclaw Acro from the hand, if there is already a Scareclaw face up on the field. They have a pretty nice Link 1 monster that fetches a field spell for them, and a very strong Link 3. However, into a Mirror Jade, backed by a Mercurier, we're going to have to see exactly how powerful they are.
Yeah.
So there's the Link 1 Scareclaw Lightheart. Kind of nutty that we actually have this in Master Duel. And Arendelle deciding to use up the Mercurier here to potentially stop the Lightheart. But Eclipse has the Called by the Grave. Forcing through the play of Lightheart. Arendelle just making it a chain link of 4.
Has it out for that Scareclaw.
You know what? This might not even be bad. Just completely banishing the Lightheart. But Eclipse is going to be able to pick up the field spell, the Primeval Planet Reichphobia. Mercurier trying to activate it because it was banished. And yet there it is. Reichphobia into play. This will allow Eclipse to pick up a Scareclaw or Visa Starfrost from the deck upon activation. There's the Scareclaw Reichardt, which can, of course, be special summoned in defense because there's a Scareclaw already on the board.
How nice.
That's going to grab a Scareclaw Arrival from the deck. And that's a Monster Reborn for Scareclaws.
So, do these usually end in like an OTK?
Yeah, that's basically their whole spiel, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if they'll be able to do it through a 2700 Mirror Jade, but we'll see. We'll see.
Interesting.
I'm not super familiar with how the Scareclaws function from this point, especially with the Lightheart being banished. That would have usually been an extra material. But we do have the effect of the field spell. If there are 3 or more defense position monsters on the field, it can just straight up destroy one card every turn.
So, if they chose the spell card, does that mean they guaranteed assume they don't have lethal? Because if not, they would have just like destroyed the Mirror Jade and they wouldn't care about the board wipe effect, no?
That's what you would imagine is going on here. But
Okay.
It looks like Eclipse is going into some tri-brigade plays, going into Farigit, bringing forth Kit from the hand, whose effect is banishing 2 tri-type monsters from the graveyard. Bringing up... Oh, the double Dragon Lords is really good here.
What
This is going to get
this?
around the Mirror Jade without sending it to the graveyard or the banish pile.
Wow.
This is pretty expertly played here.
Despia counter? Or branded?
Deciding to get rid of the field spell is interesting, but I guess with Arendelle with 0 cards, aside from this Aluber, of course, I guess Eclipse isn't too worried about needing the field spell from this point on. Where do we go from here, though?
That is also what I am wondering. In
The thing
times like
is,
this, I'm always like, calculating if I have lethal or not.
I think Eclipse is giving up on the chance at lethal here to just control the board, which I really like, yeah. Just gonna clean up the Aluber, get in for 16 with the double Dragon Lords. And, do we have a way into Revolt at all? That would pretty much clinch the game here, I would imagine. I mean, Arendelle, even with 0 cards, is still a threat with a top deck Aluber, perhaps, into a branded fusion. So there's a couple of ways to go about this.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay, that would beat the top deck Aluber, Appaloosa.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
2,400 attack points. So now really the only rip that Arendelle can find off the top is specifically branded fusion. I'm struggling to think if there is anything else. Unless Arendelle lucks into a something like a Allure of Darkness. Oh wait, hang on. I totally disregarded this. The Albion in the end
I
phase.
don't-
That was imperative for Eclipse
Oh,
to go
no.
for the Appaloosa to negate that. So it is on this top deck.
What's that card?
Wow!
Oh!
That is so powerful. Like they said, the Waifu Warren does not need anything like luck. They just skill the branded fusion to the top of the deck.
All right, we're back in it. We're gaming now.
That's kinda nutty. Unfortunately, Lubellion has no card in hand to discard, which means this Despian Tragedy is just gonna get eaten up by a negate from Appaloosa.
Better than nothing, though, for real.
I think maybe Arendelle was out of Albion in the extra deck to go for. That would have been the play, but yeah, I think that must be it. Dell is just out of Albions to summon. But still, though, cleaning up the Appaloosa and putting a decently powerful monster into play. It's not bad. Eclipse still has more options available, but whether they are anything that does something here, guess we'll find out. Starting things off in the main phase with Fractal into Nerval. Grabbing another Fractal, okay. Just putting a couple more Tri-type materials into the graveyard. Makes sense.
I'm following you so far.
My hunch is that Eclipse's face down isn't really anything of note. Otherwise, if it was something like Revolt, surely it would have been used at any point during the previous turn.
Yeah.
But I mean, if this Fractal goes for Shiraig, banishing 4 from the graveyard, that puts 3,000 on board, banishes Lubellion, and that is insane. It's exact lethal, but no, going for... Hang on, we're going in for Rugal instead.
Thinking
and then
emoji.
into Shiraig. I'm gonna pause the game right here. Oh, into access code even. Okay, yeah, that's even better probably.
That'll do it.
That will literally do it. I was gonna check the graveyard and maybe there wasn't enough material to go into Shiraig, but I mean, access code does it anyway. Unless there's a branded opening in Dell's graveyard. Although I guess there would have to be like 1 million copies of opening to live through access code's many pops. Oh, hang on a second here. A Luber coming back. Gonna negate the effect of access code talker. Putting it back down to 2,300. Eclipse is gonna need to work harder to find lethal and didn't get it.
What a save.
Wow, a Luber coming in for the save, but Dell is gonna need another hell of a top deck here to put up a fight.
Another branded fusion, I believe.
Oh, okay, no top deck needed.
Just willing a branded into existence.
Tragedy resetting the branded fusion for Arendelle. Oh, wow. Oh, my...
And a Luber!
Arendelle is the most powerful duelist I've ever seen. There's just no shot.
This is skill. This is pure skill. I had a feeling it was going to be Imperm.
Yeah, that makes sense that it was just kind of sat there useless for a bit. So we have to negate the Aluber here, but, I mean, you get a branded fusion either way. Maxi from Eclipse, okay.
Decent, decent.
This is such a tight game. Okay. Dell going for Albion this time, fusing together Incredible Ecclesia and Albaz. Eclipse is going to draw a couple of cards here, but I don't know. It's looking kind of dicey. Albion fusing together the Lubellion and Albaz in the graveyard for the Mirror Jade.
Another one.
Del has plenty of Albions.
Del's gonna so close to lethal.
Yeah, wow.
Is there a way to go into like the Tax Dragon after this?
Not without any fusion spells. No.
Okay.
But well, actually, Del did send Albion to the graveyard for Mirror Jade this turn, so she could set the Branded in Red from deck for Albion. And that's got to be checkmate if Del fires this Branded in Red that she's surely grabbing here. Yeah.
Ooh.
That means Eclipse has exactly 0 card activations to use. And the Incredible Ecclesia back to hand. Arendelle has fought this game back from the jaws of defeat.
What a game!
Incredible.
That top deck branded fusion, man. That's what just turned the game around.
Arendelle is the queen of top decks.
Oh, look at that Masquerade Dragon. It's over.
I mean, yeah, unless Eclipse has like a kaiju specifically, or sphere mode, which would be absolutely nuts.
Oh no.
3 back row, which are
at least
unactivatable. Yeah.
Oh, shucks.
That does it. Wow, what a game. And that's just the first one out of the best of 3
Bravo.
For this semifinal. God damn.
What a game.
We still need to see Vanilla and Maple play versus Ashy and Ulner. Man, I don't think you could have asked for a better game to start the semifinals with that.
So true. So true.
Wow. That was absolutely nuts. Okay, chat, we're gonna head straight into the next one. Okay, so we're gonna start with Vanilla versus Ulner.
All right.
And that's where we're jumping into right now.
Maybe today is the day we see the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
It could be. All right. This is a match that did conclude. So we're seeing open hands. I really wish that Master Duel would still keep the hands hidden even on replays, but it is what it is, I guess.
Sure.
We have Vanilla starting things off on the bottom of the board, summoning out the Phantom Knights of Torn Scales. Ulner trying to go for the Maxi, which gets ashed immediately.
Is that a Jet Dragon I see in Ulner's hand?
Yeah, that is one pretty good thing about the open hands, is we can see the spice that's going on in Ulner's hand. Not only a Jet Dragon, a Magical Meltdown, and a Branded Fusion, and a Ghost Ogre as well.
It's the whole archetype right
That's
in that hand.
That's an absolutely stacked hand. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Ghost Ogre is so big against the Rusty Bardiche right here. Doesn't negate the effect, but it does remove Bardiche from the field, which is going to limit Vanilla's options here. 2 Fog Blades set. Ancient Cloak going to grab the Stained Greaves. That triggers the Torn Scale in the graveyard, and that triggers the Stained Greaves in the hand. So Vanilla can now go in for a rank 3 play. Leviar the Sea Dragon. Bringing back that Ancient Cloak. Ragged Gloves into the graveyard, sending a Phantom Knight's Wing from the deck. Gonna use that immediately to bring back Torn Scale once again and go for another rank 3 play. For another Leviar, oh my gosh.
I've never seen these guys, so many of these guys.
Wait, when did Vanilla also have Infernity Conjurer? You're kidding. All right, well, there's another rank 3, Muzu Rhythm, the String Jin, and 3 Xyz monsters means the truck is here.
Oh my goodness.
Vanilla's not even done. Adding a Phantom Knight's Wing from the Silent Boots effect and passing on that, the Infinitrack Megaclops cannot be affected or destroyed by battle by any monsters that aren't specifically Xyz monsters. And given Ulner's choice of deck, I don't know if any of those are going to be available.
Mm-hmm.
So unless Ulner has a Spell Trap out,
I just don't know what plays Ulner's going to make for this one.
Yeah, this is going to be a rough one, but maybe there's something.
Hey, Ulner does have the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
That's true. You cannot discount the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Virtually invincible, very few have faced this awesome creature and lived to tell the tale.
Will Vanilla be one of those very few?
So I guess, ooh.
Normal summon Alistair.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, and there's that second Fog Blade that we knew about, but had to bait it.
I guess the line of thinking was like get Invocation to boost up enough to fight the truck.
Yeah, that doesn't even work though, because even if you can boost up over 4,000, the truck can't be destroyed by battle by anything but Xyz monsters.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of nutty.
That's crazy.
I've faced this deck against Vanilla a couple of times, and I have come to fear the truck. Man, and Vanilla's just going in now. Was able to revive the Rusty Bardiche, overlay into the Break Sword to the Bardiche zone, which triggers Bardiche to destroy Lubellion. Now you get to destroy the Fog Blade and the Alistair, which means that Ulner is open for an attack, and we can already see where this is gonna go. I guess you're a little bit ahead, but I think we can all see where this is going. Truck number 2, baby!
Wow!
The truck is too powerful.
Double trucked
the
again.
The jet losing to the truck.
On a Sunday.
Well, Vanilla showing once again the unexpected power of the Phantom Knight Jin deck that ultimately just goes into double truck and bulldozes the competition.
But despite that win,
that's one apiece for each team.
Oh, right.
Because Arendelle got the win for the waifus on Game 1. Vanilla brought it back in Game 2, which means we are left with Game 3, Ashy versus Maple. The outcome of this one decides the first semifinal. So let's just hop right into it.
Yeah, let's see what's going on.
Here it is, the final game of semifinal number 1. We have Ashy on the top starting things off. That's interesting. She did say that her Marincess deck was more suited to going second, and you can see that with the Lightning Storm in hand there.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Maple maybe won the coin flip, but forced Ashy to go first.
Ooh, that's a good theory.
But that doesn't mean that the Marincess are out of plays. They still got their regular line, which is accessible through basically any normal summon.
Mm-hmm. I think out of the maybe 5 or 6 times we've seen Marincess now, only maybe I've seen Battle Ocean get searched off of Sea Angel twice, which is pretty surprising.
That is true. That is true. Well, with the Ash Blossom used here, I'm gonna fast forward through the Marine Cess line that we've seen a bunch of times today.
Oh, word. Okay.
Ashy ending on the Bubble Reef plus Maxi Ghost Bell
Wow.
Effect Veiler in hand. That's kind of
I would
crazy.
have not thought about this at all.
All right, Maple has the Simoon to bring out a Black Whirlwind from the deck, fetching the Oster. Normal summoning the Oster. Black Whirlwind grabbing a Harmattan, but the Veiler preventing the Oster from bringing back the Blackwing from the banish pile. Here's the Full Armor Master, able to take control of the Great Bubble Reef. Ashy needing to use this Imperm here to prevent lethal. Living on 100 life points! You've got to be kidding me. That's actually nuts. All right, well, Ashy, that's so impressive. Living on 100.
Holy moly.
Maple's just going in despite the Maxi. Going into a Redoer. That's a pretty decent piece of interaction there. Black Whirlwind leaving the field at the end of the turn. Redoer stealing a card off the top of Ashy's deck, but there's the Gamma Seal to clean up the Redoer. Full Armor Master is going to be sticking around because it's unaffected by other cards' effects.
There's so much gas here.
That is just Marine Cess, right?
I
just
know.
Gas, gas, gas.
Gas, gas, gas.
This deck is all gas. Full Armor Master is placing wedge counters on anything it can, but I don't think it can do anything with those until Maple's turn. Ashy bringing out a totally awesome to insulate the rest of the plays for the turn here. And all Ashy really needs to do here is create a monster with more than 3,000 attack, and that's the best way to deal with Full Armor Master here. And it looks like with a second copy of the Bubble Reef, that's exactly what she's going to go for.
This is like watching a something moments before disaster video.
And with that, the Totally Awesome takes the final attack. Ashy on 100 life points. Taking the game on the reversal.
Wow.
Absolutely mad game.
I didn't hear no bell.
Congratulations, Waifu Warren. You're moving on to the finals. Commiserations to Sweet Victory. You did so well. Incredible games.
Bravo. Bravo. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Even I just want to point out even more that Branded Fusion top deck again probably cinched that tiebreaker.
Yeah, honestly, it
that
really
game
did.
Back. That just shifted everything. Crazy.
Arendelle activating protagonist powers and getting 2 insane top decks in a row to come back into that game. Ashy using protagonist powers going down to 100 life points and reversing the game state into a OTK on her turn. Holy shit. Absolutely nuts. Okay, chat, we need to get on to semifinal round number 2, which is Team Pisen versus Team Woe. We're going to have a quick interview with Team Pisen before we head into the semifinal, and then all that's left after that is the final match.
Oh!
Let's keep it going.
I wonder who's going to win the $10,000.
All right.